Hello. Right, we've got a bit of a new project here. You have to bear with me a little bit. I've had a few cracks at trying to do this, trying to relay the right, trying to put this across the right way. Trying to tell the story the right way. So this bike behind me, 2007 Harley Davidson Softail Standard, was one of my best mates' bikes. That unfortunately is no longer with us, and I tried to come up with a way of saying this, being respectful to family and his other friends and everything like that, but I think it's just easier to say it how it is. So I was going to say he lost his battle with mental health, but that's not really, it's kind of not really what it is. I'm not going to go too much into that. I don't really know how to explain it, but anyway, let's say what it is. Unfortunately, that we lost Lee to suicide, and I was fortunate enough to be able to have purchased his bike. So the reason I'm saying this is not so much for, the reason I'm saying this is, I might be oversharing here. I don't know. I've never done or said anything like this before. So I think it's important to say how much meaning the bike has to myself and other people. So look, I want to say this isn't a thing about. I'm not going to make this a video about prevention and I'm not going to make this that sort of video where that's all we talk about. There's enough of them videos out there that's way over my pay grade. So we want this channel to be about bikes and fun stuff, right? So I'm not here to preach to anyone or have them conversations. There's enough videos out there on that sort of stuff. So I'll try and stay off that subject as much as I can. This is a bit of an introduction. On YouTube, for the channel, we're going to call it the Black Dog Bike Build. And but in real life, this is real life, but in real life, I refer to it, everyone I know, like all my mates refer to it as Lee's bike. That's just how it is. So, that's always going to be its name. Some people, if someone had probably bought this bike and people were referring to it as that all the time, they may not like it, but I like it. It him in our thoughts. You know, like we're going on a ride, someone says, oh, you gonna bring Lee's bike? And, or I say, I'm talking about bikes, and I'll say, yeah, I've got to do a bit to Lee's bike. Everyone knows what I'm talking about. So it's good. It's a real good thing in our circle. Jesus, there's been that many interruptions in this video. It's crazy. And it's probably, this is the hardest video I've had to do. I know people are probably thinking, oh, emotionally, but it's also trying to find the right words and how to put things across. It just doesn't seem like there's a right way. I've had a few attempts at it. So the next thing I'm going to touch base on is what a lot of people are probably going to ask, and that's, why am I changing it? That's a question I would probably be sitting there watching it going, well, you wouldn't touch it, would you? You know, it was your mate's bike and that's how he had it. Yes and no. I understand that side of things. Why would you change it? It's how your mate had the bike. But we were pretty much, we had a few plans for the bike, and a few things have already been executed, like the handlebars, and we chucked a different rear wheel and tyre on it. Well, that was off one of my bikes. That, you know, we had some, he got a wheel, he got a new tyre and wheel, but it didn't fit. At some year with these, I forgot what it is now, they changed the rear wheel bearing. So we thought we just bolted it up and put it in there, but no, they're a different wheel bearing. We did know that, but we didn't know what wheel, the new one or the second-hand one, he got come off. So getting back to changing the bike. Look, there was a few things that we spoke about, and that's, the first thing was getting rid of these tacky, fucking googly-eyed fucking indicators. The next thing is getting rid of these stupid fucking indicators sitting up off the back, and that stupid looking fucking tail light that sits out like a, I don't know, like a rhinoceros horn at the arse end of the bike. That's the first two things that are going to be done to it. The third thing is we're going to lower the arse of this bike. Okay, it's going to drop down about, I don't know, 1.5 to 2 inches. I'm pretty sure it's 2 inches I was going with. I've got a kit there, and I've got a few other bits and pieces. Then the last thing will be the seat. I've got a Harley Davidson Brawler seat. I'll show you that. I'll go through all this and I'll show you getting rid of this. It did have another massive, it's like itchy, what's going on? It did have another seat with it that I've pulled off. It was comfy as fuck, but it looked absolutely shit. It looked like a recliner. I've pulled that off, and this was another seat that come with it. So that'll be all right. That'll be the 2-up seat for me and the missus when we go on it. But these things look awesome with a solo seat. They just always do. So getting to the last lot of things that I'll probably do to it, and I don't know yet if I'm gonna go through with this, is I've got another wheel over there. I like this red stripe. This goes really good with this. So I'm thinking of, I've got another wheel, blacking out the wheel, keeping a red wall tyre on it. When the arse comes down, that will look fucking sick. And then with the front, if I do the back, I've got these little, that's the old cheapo way of putting black spokes on your Harley. These little strawy things, get them off eBay, and they clip over the front spokes. So you can have a black spoke wheel without spending $500-600. They cost like, I don't know, $13, let's say that. So I don't know why I've got this fucking itchiest nose. I think I've got fucking hay fever or something coming on. So if I do the back wheel, I'm going to black spoke the front wheel. Now, the last thing, when I say the last thing, this may never ever come, but one of the things I've been really toying with in my head is blacking out the engine. So I don't know if I'll do that, right? That's the thing that I'm really in two minds about. But anyway, so I've got the new tail light, okay, poor man's black spokes. I got the lowering kit. Now you can get a lowering kit. This lowering kit allows you to keep the shocks in the bike. You can do the bike while it's together. You've just got to, I don't know if you can do it another way, but you just got to jack it up, get to the shockies underneath, undo the ends, and yeah, whatever. I'll show you all that, right? Now, you can get a cheaper lowering kit. Okay, that kit was probably close to, I don't know, let's just say close to about $150. I got that from the States, and it was one of the original ones that come out. Now, you can get just the extended shock shafts that lower the bike, and they're about, I don't know, $20. But there's a lot more time and effort. You've got to remove the shocks. You've got to pretty much, I think you've got to pull the shocks apart from memory. Yeah, you do. You've got to pull the shocks apart. You've got to pull the shocks out, pull the shocks apart, replace the shafts in them with some spacers and all this other sort of shit. And I haven't got fucking time for that. So I'm doing it this way. Really interested to see how that works. As I say, hopefully bring the arse down about 2 inches. Now, where it's meant to be. Now, I don't know if I actually answered the question, is why am I changing it? Should I just leave it? Why am I changing it? Okay. That was the original plan that me and Lee had for it. A lot of it was me telling him that, you know, you got to get rid of that fucking shit, and you got to get rid of that shit, and you got to drop the arse down. But I know that at the end of the day, he would have trusted me to do with it what I wanted, and that's what it's about. And it's a bit more as well about keeping the memory of him alive. This build, you know, it's something I'm going to enjoy doing. It's something that's probably going to reach a few people if they're thinking about doing something similar. I can't explain it fully. I just haven't got the vocabulary to do it. I know what I want to say, but it just doesn't come out right. But, you know, it's going to be a tribute to my friend. It's going to be a tribute to my mate. As I was saying before, keep his memory alive. The reason I want to finish it off or make it look cool is so it's not just another soft tail. It's not so standard looking. It looks good. If anyone uses this to do up their own bike, well, you know, it just goes to show that the memory of him lives on just a little bit more, I guess. I hope most people understand what I'm trying to say. I just want to make it a nice bike in memory of him. So, look, I'm going to wrap it up there. Episode 1 is going to be, this is going to be the intro. Episode 1, or something along them lines, is going to be the front indicators. Episode 2 will probably be the tail light. So, look, don't know if I've overshared, as I say, but I hope it makes a bit of sense. And thanks for watching. Let's get into it.